Dude, when he literally ate that galaxy, he was like, ah. Dude, that part was sick. I was like, oh, shit. Hard Galactus vibes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jinx. Now you can't talk.
Yeah,
Galactus
it was
Jinx.
cool. And then it was cool.
Galactus Jinx.
Fellas. Jake, how was your flight to the East Coast and your wedding and shit?
It was dope, man. I had a blast.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You did some boogieing, I imagine?
Oh, yeah, dude. We got, like, Friday was the rehearsal dinner. We got fucking just wasted. And then Saturday was the actual wedding. And, dude, it was awesome. Me, my boy who got married, and, like, another groomsman, we like, all stayed up to, like, 5 in the morning just smoking cigars and drinking.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, yeah. Weddings are dope, man. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to party at.
I'm not even going to lie. I smoked my first cigar this weekend.
Oh,
Whoa.
nice.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Cigars smell good to me. I like the way they smell, I like the way they taste. They're kind of satisfying to do for occasions.
Yeah, I would never, like, keep them at my house, but, like, for a wedding or something, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
It was my friend's birthday. It was Beavar's birthday.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Beavar.
Yeah, Beavar. And I walked into where they were partying, and immediately, as soon as I walked through the door, got a big-ass glass of scotch on the rocks and a cigar handed to me. And I was like, it's going to be a good night.
It's a classy entrance.
Yeah, dude, it was great. They did me right. And it was a wonderful night. And then the next day was pure hell. Were you hungover? Were you dying on your return back?
I'm just really exhausted. I kind of like went hard the entire time I was there. So like,
yeah, we ain't built like we were back in the day, my friend. It takes so much longer to recover now.
Yeah, I wasn't really hungover. Like, I was drunk, but I had like kind of like drank and eaten consistently throughout the wedding that I never got like hella wasted. Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, like me and the groom and then another one of our buddies were the last one. Out of like a wedding of like almost 150 people, we were the last ones up. Dude, so much so that the hotel staff just chilled with us. We were like, when's your next shift? And they're like, 10 a.m., but we might as well just stay here and hang out with you guys. And I was like, hell yeah, kick it with us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was pretty sweet because I was like drunk and just buying shots willy-nilly. And dude, when I went to pay my tab when I was checking out from the hotel, they were like, "Oh, you don't have a tab," and I was like, "Really?" I was like, "I know I bought at least like $200 worth of drinks." And they're like, "No, somebody bought the bar tab last night," and I was like, "Oh shit! Thank God for that unsung hero." Yeah, it was probably the bride's dad, honestly, but still, it was sick.
What a gentleman!
I know. Can you imagine if it? I was worried for a second. I was like, "Dude, did I get so drunk that I bought the tab?" It was like, "Oh."
Nice.
That's hilarious.
Speaking of buying tabs, I don't know where I'm going with this one, but
that's a terrible transition, man. Even for our standards.
That's what we're all about, though.
Yeah. What if the tabs you bought were LSD?
Oh shit!
Oh, why did Kevin? He's like LSD. Wait a minute.
He's like, I bought the tab.
He's no longer watching. He has to participate now.
Oh shit! Kevin is the watcher.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if the watcher's name was just Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is his name again? It's Uatu?
Yeah, Uatu.
Uatu.
But we don't know. Do they say Uatu in What If? Do they call him Uatu?
I don't remember if they do. I feel like
I think they just call him the Watcher.
Yeah, he's just the Watcher. But I think we would all assume he is Uatu, right?
Yes.
Did he? I feel like he might have said, but I really don't know, honestly.
Yeah. He doesn't even show up until like it takes a few episodes for him to even like be there.
Well, he's narrating from episode 1.
Right. But he's like so
But
distant.
even if you notice, with each episode, he's like more and more in the
Present,
background.
yeah.
Like in the very first one, you might like only see his eyes, except for the beginning and the end, or something like that.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And then in the second one, it's like the outline of his head, and then like by the time the third or fourth rolls around, you just like see him kind of looming in the background.
Played by Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright,
which was really cool.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright. I don't know what my first role I saw Jeffrey Wright in is, but I instantly became a massive fan in Westworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, might as well get into it.
Yeah, do it. Get us
into
started.
Welcome back to another episode of of Comics and Chronic. I am Jacob H. As always, the homies, Cody, Walaka Cannon, and Anthony Iannaccio are with me. Today's episode is on Marvel's What If, which is all about parallel universes within the Marvel universe, some of which are now canon with the film MCU, which is pretty sweet, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Honestly, that might have been what kept me watching. The fact that I knew it had to be connected, like they said, or at least they said it was connected in some way, because I'll be honest, at the beginning, maybe the first couple episodes, it didn't hook me.
Snoozers.
The first 2 or 3 are not really that strong. Now, don't get me wrong, the animation through and through is always cool, and I did like the fights, but like the first episode was kind of just like, all right, this is literally just First Avenger, but with Peggy.
Literally, yeah.
Literally just almost word for word and scene for scene First Avenger.
And to be honest, the First Avenger was a weak movie to me. It's not one of my favorites.
No, I disagree with you there. I like the First Avenger.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I accept it for what it is.
Yeah, I liked it too.
But I'm also an American, Anthony. I'm not you little communist bastards.
What?
Dude, I liked First Avenger. It's definitely the weakest of the 3 Cap movies.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hands down.
But Captain's trilogy is the strongest of all the Heroes movies, in my opinion.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah, it averages out.
What are you talking about? What would you argue is better than Captain America?
I'm just saying, I just don't like the first Captain America movie. So like, it's like a stinker.
Fine, but I'm saying his entire trilogy.
No, yeah, I agree.
Is stronger than Thor's trilogy, and it's stronger than Iron Man's trilogy.
Yeah,
Winter Soldier alone is almost stronger than most MCU movies.
Yeah, I think that's where we all are like, fuck yeah, that's such a great MCU movie.
And then Civil War is basically an Avengers movie, but honestly better than some of the Avengers movies.
Better than Age of Ultron, for sure.
Yeah.
I might even argue better than I don't know, maybe not the first. The first was really good.
The first one really swept me off my feet when it came out. And I was actually like really not sure how I would feel about it. And when I saw it in theaters, I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, the first Avengers movie it's a good one. It's a good one. And I liked how What If basically, so the first one is what if Peggy Carter was Captain America, or what if Peggy Carter got the super soldier serum?
Yeah.
And it is just a what if of the first Avenger. And then the second episode is just a what if of Guardians of the Galaxy / Black Panther.
Yeah.
Which was okay.
It was better than the first one but like
that's a low bar.
yeah. Just the first one. See, like, I guess that's where we're going to like diverge on the path. Like the first one was okay, but I thought what made it not interesting was that I didn't think the first Avenger was that interesting.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I think Peggy Carter's a cool character, but it's just like, it was literally like a rehash of that movie with slightly different variations, you know?
It sounds like you hate strong female characters.
I love strong female characters. Listen, that's 2 of my favorite strong female characters. I cannot even think of it because there's just so many.
Facts.
Definitely Ripley from Alien.
Dude, I love the Alien. Don't get me started on the Aliens movies.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode, which we actually probably
What
should
if we
do.
got Cody started on the Alien movies?
Oh. Cody would die in the Alien movies. He would definitely have a chest burster come out.
Nah, dude.
He's got a cat. Cats are important in the Alien universe. You need a cat with you.
No.
Yeah, Ripley has a cat. It held because of
in
the cat.
Like one movie.
What? The original, the OG.
Yeah, I know. That's the only one where the cat's important.
And Cody's an OG, and he's got a cat.
I don't know.
Both of these things are facts. Nah, dude, I would definitely die in the Alien movies.
Most of us probably would.
Well, I'm actually going to do a TikTok on it. Did you guys see my TikTok on Halloween?
No.
I did see it. I saw it.
I posted it on. I'm going to do another one. I got as soon as I get done with this. I already got it basically planned out. And I know what I'm going to do the next few. But if you want me to know, I'll give a teaser for when I do decide whether or not. Basically, the theme for my TikTok, Jake, is I'm going to do a series around Halloween of how would I fare in various horror movies.
Okay. So what kind of movies are we thinking?
The first one I did was the OG Halloween. And I said I would definitely die because I'm smoking weed and I'm fucking.
Yeah, anyone who
Michael
smokes
Myers
and
doesn't
fucks
like that.
weed, yeah.
Who smokes and fucks weed?
Anyone who smokes and fucks dies.
Yeah.
That's actually
true.
what it's in Scary Movie 1 or 2 where fucking the guy does.
Right.
Has that fantasy where he's sleeping with a bag of weed.
Yeah.
Shorty,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Scary Movie 1 and 2. Fuck it, I'll even say 3. I did like that one.
There are some hilarious parts in Scary Movie 3.
They were
honestly.
great. That Scary Movie trilogy, I miss it. I wish they fell off after.
They should reboot it.
Yeah, somehow.
I mean, that's the Waynes. That's all. Every Waynes. Yeah.
Let them tackle the A24 movies.
Oh, that'd be hilarious, dude. If the Waynes brothers did a Hereditary parody,
idea.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so funny.
Midsummer would be mixed in there for sure.
That'd be fun. The
Witch,
at
least reference
the Witch. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe even mid 90s. Throw that in there just because it's made I like that movie, mid 90s.
I like it too. I dug it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a very good coming of age tale. But you know what happens in the second episode of What If? We see young T'Challa come of age into the role of Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does.
Took a while to get there, but I dig it.
Yeah, it was long. It was I dragged it out, but I had a point.
It was the road less traveled by.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the T'Challa one was okay. What was the third one?
The third one was what if the Avengers started dying before Nick Fury could put together the Avengers?
Oh, that one I thought was so stupid. I didn't like that. That was, what's his name? Hank Pym taking everyone out?
I thought that was a great twist. I like that.
I thought that was so lame.
Why?
I don't really care about Hank Pym, at least MCU version. I just didn't I don't know. Why? Why is that a necessary story?
That's why I liked it, because we never really see Hank Pym as Hank Pym. We always see him as an old man. I mean, he is an old man here, but he's doing Hank Pym, evil Hank Pym shit.
All because his daughter died? I don't know. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. What did you think, Cody?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great twist. It just took a long time to get there, but it was cool watching the different heroes getting murdered in different ways.
Yeah. No, that was cool. When the reveal came that it was Hank Pym, I was like, all right. I was hoping for someone cooler, to be honest.
Okay, I feel you on that. And also the movie was, the episode was a divergence of literally Thor, the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and the Avengers in a way.
Yeah.
So the show was kind of sticking to just how the second episode. Wait, back to the second episode real quick. I hated what they did with Thanos.
Oh, when they made him a big pussy boy?
Yeah,
this series really
massacred my
Thanos.
boy.
That's one of my biggest gripes of the series.
That was not the last time they did that.
No. Yeah, this series just was like, okay, we've defeated Thanos in the MCU, so let's do some fun and different things with him. And it really just fucking blew, in
It
my
also
opinion.
blows, especially because if you go back to Infinity War, when Doctor Strange looks at 15 million different versions and they only won one, which pretty much means that even in 15 million different universes, Thanos is always a badass. And at least in 3 of these what ifs, he's kind of a pussy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he gets worked on multiple times.
I agree. I didn't like it either. It's like, oh, so he's not really that big a threat. Like, I don't know.
He got fucked up by his own minions in the second episode.
Yeah,
guys who in the past were like super subservient to him just whomped on his ass.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I just didn't get like why he would be like, okay, just because like, you know, T'Challa taught him a better way, like he's just gonna not be a leader on any team. He's gonna be like the third string guy. What the fuck?
Yeah. I like that the second what if was they did Sandman's Prez story, but with T'Challa and the Ravagers.
Like he cleans up the galaxy for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Nebula's having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they really they did it. They just were like T'Challa's I mean, it was cool. Chadwick Boseman deserved it. And it was like a really sad thing when they bid him farewell in the credits.
Yeah, because he actually did the voice. And apparently the creators of the show said that they were going to try to do a spinoff with Star-Lord T'Challa with Chadwick Boseman doing the voice, like his own series.
Yeah.
Bummer.
R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I really liked the Killmonger and Iron Man episode, honestly. I thought that one was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And it made me like, actually, this show made me like Killmonger more than... I didn't really like him. Like, I thought he was kind of a weak villain in Black Panther.
Ooh, I loved him.
We talked about it in the Black Panther episode, but I liked him too.
I wasn't like too sold on him. Like, I don't know.
This episode only fueled my like theory or not theory, but wish for Killmonger to be the next Black Panther, no matter how nonsensical it is.
That's too that episode basically for me.
But now it's not, because he exists as the Black Panther in a separate multiverse.
True. I mean, pretty much this show also, if we're going off of that, the same applies to Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans. Like,
no, for sure,
and maybe even RDJ. Like, they might not be done.
Yeah.
Basically said that. Yeah, it really showed that. I feel like,
but do we like that, or does it only perpetuate the fact that comic books do never like? How big are the stakes when these people don't stay dead?
The thing is that they are okay. So like we saw Black Widow die. Our Black Widow's dead. If this Black Widow came back, I get what you're saying. But
at
we
what
know
point is that like a cheap trope and not like good writing? Like, is it a crutch of a trope to have constantly?
Absolutely. And let's be fair. Like, it's not like wherever. Look, the MCU is great and they're great movies, but I'm not like saying, oh my God, this is the best writing I've ever seen in a movie. You know, like there are movies where we watch where like, damn, like that's like something completely different.
But I mean, you know I hated when Phil Coulson, who got stabbed through the heart by Loki in the first Avengers movie, somehow is brought back alive for his own S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. That's like, at the very least, Phil Coulson can stay dead. No? Do we like?
Gotcha.
It doesn't add anything to me. It take like things like that when characters don't stay dead. It takes away a lot.
No, I totally get what you're saying, but like Loki was the great example of that, where like we saw him die, but now he has his own TV show. You know, he continues on. He's not necessarily dead, but you know, I guess to appease my mind, I know that's not the same Loki. It's literally a different one, but it cheapens it, like you said. It cheapens like you know, there's no
we
stakes.
don't need in a universe that's ever growing and expanding. We don't need every character to stay alive forever.
Yeah, seriously, that's my thing. I just hope I don't know. I want people to kind of stay dead.
I get you. You even mentioned RDJ before, and like if they ever did Secret Wars, I could see that that's the way of bringing in RDJ to be Iron Man in a battle. Like he's like, oh yeah, I'm back, but I'm not the one that sacrificed his life to get rid of Thanos and snap the world back to normal.
Yeah.
But fucking Iron Man Tony Stark died in almost every episode of What If.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm thankful.
Why are you thankful?
Dude, it's cool seeing but Iron Man just getting murked on. It was really cool.
Dude, I'll tell you who was fucking cool in What If was evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I thought he was awesome. Probably my favorite character.
Not as evil as he wound up being, you know what I mean?
No,
I thought
for
he was
sure.
way more
like in the
evil.
last episode, he's pretty much is the Avengers Squad. And
like 1000%. Without him, they would have been fucked instantly.
Instantly.
So
I'm excited to see like Doctor Strange grow in the MCU, and especially if they get to like fight with this, this dark Doctor Strange.
I love that Benedict Cumberbatch actually did the voice for that one too.
Yeah,
most of the actors did. RDJ did not. You could hear it. It's not.
Yeah,
his voice.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Scarlet Black Widow was Lake Bell, so she also does the voice for Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
It sounded exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like just kind of I'm Black Widow.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Most of the voices were actually the actors. Dude, I liked giant fucking Ice Loki.
Yeah,
in the party episode.
Yeah, in the party, which is actually one of my favorite.
What
was Thor's party episode? I liked
that.
A
Was
lot.
my least favorite.
Oh, I just thought it was fun. Honestly,
I thought it was a waste of an episode.
The first one's my least favorite.
Yeah, I would say the first two are my least favorite. No, I like the Thor party one.
Yeah, I like the party one too, especially because they used it to follow zombies. So it was like a nice change of pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it introduced fucking Infinity Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought that episode, I don't know, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it was just like, what if Thor's mom got mad at him? Like, I don't know.
I just think you're not a party animal, so you can't appreciate an intergalactic fiesta.
No, I've had quite a few parties in my day.
Have you had intergalactic fiestas though?
No, I have not. That it was cool seeing all the characters in a different way. Like Rocket was there, and like all these aliens we had seen in other movies. And like you said, fucking what's his name, Ice Giant Loki.
Frost Giant Loki. Cool. Frost Giant Loki. Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, all of it was cool. I liked
the fight between him and Captain Marvel.
That was cool.
I'm not sure. Did you guys agree that Captain Marvel should be as powerful or more? Like, do you think she would win in a fight against Thor?
Yeah. I mean, she's definitely one of the most powerful characters in the MCU.
Yeah, I think the fight it was pretty accurate. Like, Captain Marvel is, especially in the MCU, like, she's OP. She's like the top, if not, it seems like she's the top. Like, she fought Thanos when he had.
I think that, like, the only person of the good characters in the MCU that would hold a candle to Captain Marvel is Wanda.
It's to me, it's like different things, right? Like you wouldn't send Captain Marvel against like a Cthulhu,
Hawkeye.
Like no. Well, no, like Wanda and Doctor Strange, they have like they're strong, but like they're better in certain situations. Like Captain Marvel, we later see her fight Infinity Ultron, Vision, whatever the fuck he is, and she's pretty much the closest anyone gets before he like destroys everything to like taking him out. Like he has to explode a planet basically to take her out, and you even see her. So like I didn't figure this out by myself, and it's very, very subtle. But in Infinity War, when she's fighting Thanos and he has the gauntlet on, you see her kind of absorbing the power of one of the Infinity gems, and in this one, kind of something similar is happening when she fights Ultron, but it's obviously not enough because he has, I think, all of them by that point.
Yeah.
Like she is an OP character, so her versus Thor, I could always see her beating him, especially that Thor. Like it's not like in Ragnarok we see him like power up, like
party Thor.
Yeah, party Thor. I just didn't like the episode, but that fight was cool, especially when you saw like United States.
Yeah,
and you saw it was almost Looney Tunes-esque.
Yeah, they were like punching each other from continent to continent. Yeah, I guess honestly, I just find her to be such a bland character that it almost doesn't even do anything for me for how powerful she is. She's so deadpan. I don't know.
No,
I think she's bland, but I know you guys don't like her. I liked her movie, but I disliked her in this one more so than in her movie.
Well,
and I disliked her in other representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think Brie Larson did the voice for Captain Marvel in this show. I don't remember her name in the credits.
I don't know.
So we skipped zombies. What do you guys think about the zombie episode?
Oh, that one was awesome.
Yeah, I did like the zombie episode.
Yeah, the zombie one was crazy.
One
and it was
really
cool watching everybody getting like Vision feeding Black Panther to
dude, that shit was fucked up. Vision is a monster.
Yeah.
Yep. Vision is not, every what if other version of Vision is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision never gets a happy ending, huh?
No, Vision's just poor Vision, man.
But he's a robot. Fuck him.
Whoa, anti-robotics.
You guys just acted like I made fun of the LGBTQ community. You're like, whoa, dude, that was harsh.
You're like the Dave Chappelle of robots, Jake. That's what you are, you fucker.
Oh,
did you guys watch it?
What if we did?
No, did you watch a special?
Yeah, I watched it.
I did watch it.
Nice. Yeah, I liked it. Honestly, thought it was funny.
Well, this is our last episode of Comics and Chronic, everybody.
Oh, are you guys so afraid to talk? My God, this is ridiculous.
Yep, we're terrified.
I thought it was funny, but I also thought it was by far his weakest special.
Probably.
Yeah, his other specials were way better.
But did you laugh during it? Is what I'm saying.
I did laugh up until it really does. I get the criticism of it completely. When it gets to when he's just kind of, it becomes like a half hour of why is this, why did you need to make a special about this? Why are you so mad about this? That's what it starts to become. He always has good jokes. I don't agree with anyone trying to say because of this special, anything Dave Chappelle said in the past isn't good comedy anymore. You know what I mean? That's dumb. That doesn't make sense to me. I've always thought he was a really funny comedian. But like Cody said, out of his new Netflix specials, this has to be the weakest one.
Yeah. I knew somebody that saw him perform this set at Vegas long before he had recorded this special. And he said it killed there, honestly. So I don't know. I get it. I think he just uses a harsher way of proving some very valid points.
But at time, the second half is so much time is spent on, it's like the reverse Nanette. You know how people were Nanette wasn't funny but it had points to prove or whatever.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's is the anti-Nanette.
Yeah. What if Dave Chappelle liked trans people? That's going to be the new what if.
The new what if.
Yeah, definitely not happening in this timeline.
That's funny.
but it's just Dave Chappelle again back in the day Chappelle's show was fucking great. I laughed at it every single time I watched it. It was different. It was different kind of comedy. He's always, I feel like Dave Chappelle is always great at making a point about race and racial humor is his fucking I don't know if anyone's made better points, you know what I mean, in comedy. But if I wanted to maybe as a comedian or something, make a joke about someone black and be oh, but I have a black friend. That's literally how it, he was oh, my trans friend, blah, blah, blah. And so this is, my stance on it. The way he presented it was just what? Why? That's,
yeah, I agree with Anthony.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, his stance was just really dumb.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I like Dave Chappelle as a comedian, but that it wasn't good. That just, the first half was funny. And then he went right on.
The first half was fire, honestly.
I thought his point about the DaBaby thing made sense to me, honestly. He's kind of right that we do tolerate some things with certain marginalized groups and not with the others. So honestly, his DaBaby thing is pretty accurate. For some reason that we're totally down with a black man murdering someone, but we don't see the need to cancel him until he says something about another marginalized group. That's a pretty valid criticism.
That was an interesting point for sure.
That being said, I really don't give a fuck because Dave Chappelle's making more money than God right now. So, he won regardless of
it's not anything he said is actually going to hurt his career.
Yeah.
The people that listen to him will continue to listen to him.
Which is probably why he said it.
Yeah, like that's why like he's like, but he was like, oh, this is the last time I'm gonna do a special for a while. Then isn't that what he says at the end? That's why it's called The Closer, or is that just for Netflix?
Well, I know that's the end of his Netflix deal.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he could definitely be like. I mean, what it seems is like he's kind of out of touch. He's hit that point. You know, if enough people are calling you an asshole, like you got to take a step back and be like, what am I saying that's making everyone think I'm an asshole? Like they've got to have a point in his mind. You know what I mean?
That's fine. And then let him be called an asshole. But I would say, even if he like reflected on this and was like, damn, my jokes were fucked up, at least he said those jokes and then can now reflect on it like that. Like in a way, like, fine, let's call this a flop comedically, right? For Dave Chappelle. Does that mean he should not have at least tried this set of jokes at all? Like, for the sake of like artistic like endeavor, should we not try to hit it? Like, dude, sometimes we say jokes on here that don't land. Like, are we just gonna like try to like play within these like safe parameters? Like, you can't push the envelope of humor and then be like, damn, I look back on that special and it was a total flop.
But whether
would you rather say that instead of like, oh, I'll never know if this joke is going to nail?
I guess I see your point, but like, there's definitely things on here that we would never joke about, and we haven't. You know what I mean? We know where we know where the line is, and we're not necessarily trying to push it. There, you know, like we came up in a time of comedy, like back in like 2012, 2013, where a lot of things were like so edgelord. We've talked about this between each other, like just the way humor was, like especially when I tried to do comedy back in the day, it was just always like, let me get those, like you shouldn't have said that, you know, like that doesn't make them right, and that doesn't make them funny even. It just gives you that reaction that's like, oh.
But I don't want every comic to always play it safe and limit themselves, because what if like we'll never know their true fullest potential unless they try a joke and learn like, no, that joke did not hit. Now let's go back to the drawing board.
Will Dave Chappelle, I don't think Dave Chappelle has it in him to look back and be like, that sucked.
Probably not. But like still, like I'm just asking now for the sake of the art of comedy. Should no one try and like
I think try new jokes, sure.
Yeah.
Try to be funny. All I'm saying is we constantly, the three of us, myself, I constantly say, if you're gonna really try your best to push the boundaries and say something that's like really fucked up, it needs to be absolutely out of this world. And Dave, I don't feel like the second half of the special was worth it. Like, I don't feel like the material was so strong that he was able to get away with those jokes.
I could see
they didn't feel, the thing is,
I could see that.
I don't know what his intentions, but it didn't feel like it was coming from a good place.
Yeah, like Jake, you made a great point, but I think Cody's point, you know, is that exactly like he didn't do that. So do you think
Dave Chappelle hates the trans community?
I don't know if he hates them as much as he's fine with rallying in a time where it's really easy to rally hate, especially on the internet, rallying hate towards a marginalized group. I don't think he's not afraid to do that. He's just, because the fact of the matter is, like, on the internet, Dave Chappelle's fans are like in force coming for trans people and defending him, and like in like ugly, not great ways. And you're not responsible for your fans necessarily, but you are. He knew what would happen.
Well, he knew he would catch shit for sure.
Yeah, exactly. See, like, and it goes back to, not goes back, but
that way I kind of like it then. It's a dick move, but
we've talked about this too. I don't think we've talked about it on the podcast, but someone like Joe Rogan, who knows he has such a huge fan base and whatever he says holds weight, and he still talks so much shit that, you know, you could call it dangerous or whatnot, but he knows the effect he has, so it doesn't necessarily make him censor himself. Yeah. And I'm not saying, I guess there's like, it's almost like, you know, Dave Chappelle, there with great power, there must also come great responsibility. Like, if you're going to be this big comedian and millions of people are listening to you and you're going to say something, you better make it more thoughtful than that was, because it obviously didn't send the message that he wanted or thought it would, unless that was what he wanted, which it very much seems like that's exactly what he wanted.
Maybe.
You know, like, I'm not saying
a little shit starter.
Yeah, exactly. And he's always been. I mean, I think a lot of comedians, like, there's nothing wrong with that inherently, you know, like comedians, like you said, like push the envelope, but like there's a way to do it. And there's just like, it's such a fine line that I just think this time, especially, he didn't cross it the right way.
And I just feel like I said earlier, I just want to reiterate whether or not, I mean, he clearly was trying to push the envelope, and that's cool. Try to push the envelope, but the material wasn't good enough for the message that got put out there.
That's valid.
I think, yeah, but to like, I'm not like, I think you had a good take on it, Jake. You know, it's not so clear cut. Like, I don't think every trans person that listened to it hated it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think every person that listened to it thought it was funny. I don't think every person that listened to it thought it wasn't funny. Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, when you're like, for me, stand-up comedy is, especially always when I'm watching it, it's just making me laugh. Like, maybe in the moment I'm not so analytical because a laugh is just kind of happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it still didn't make me laugh as much as I wanted it to. And when it comes down to a stand-up comedy special, like you said, Cody, it kind of reversed Nanette. If Nanette is making me think, that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't have to laugh. Like, you know, your stand-up could do something different, but I don't think it accomplished anything it was trying to do if it was trying to do something positive.
Yep.
It's a fair take.
Yeah. It was just not his best. Yeah. From somebody I consider one of the best and who will always be one of the best to ever do it.
And that's the thing. Regardless of how hard this particular one gets blasted, he'll still be regarded as one of the best to ever pick up the mic.
Unless he like really doubles down on it and just pisses more, you know, just like makes it clear that...
Unless he does another one and it's just worse.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Well, we mentioned this. I feel like this applies to comedy in such a drastic, but last episode we said you got to change or you're gonna die. You know? Change or die.
Fuck yeah.
And I feel like in comedy, if Dave Chappelle doesn't change, he's like he'll take on the least damage just because he, like we said, he's the GOAT. He'll be fine. Even if his career does end, he'll still have legions of fans who come to his shows, even if places like Netflix and other major studios aren't willing to put out his stuff. He could sell it on YouTube and make a fortune, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still going to have, yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah, so whatever. What if we didn't spend a quarter of the episode talking about Dave Chappelle?
No, it's cool. It's a cool conversation.
No, I was just trying to transition back.
No.
I wasn't slandering the talk. I honestly was glad. I was glad to get my opinion out there because I talked. Me and Donovan kicked it over the weekend, Jake.
Oh, nice.
And we talked about the Dave Chappelle special, and he was kind of in the same boat. He was like, "Man, dude's just like kind of out of touch." You know what I mean? Like it was just the weakest of his shit. And it was honestly like kind of boring and he just like doubled down really hard, you know, on a stupid take.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, yep. That being said, the first half, I'm not even going to lie. The first half was fire.
Yeah, like I laughed like audibly and out loud throughout probably most of it.
I'd say the second half, I think at most I might have got a couple smiles, but it just like I said, it didn't feel great. You know what did feel great though?
What?
The What If series.
That's true, especially the finale. That last episode.
The last two, man. The last two.
The last two were really
My
good.
favorite episode was the next to last episode. What if Ultron won? That was the best to me.
Yeah,
dude, it was cool. I liked it because I feel like they did Ultron a little dirty in Age of Ultron in the MCU.
They did him hella dirty.
Yeah.
Like James Spader is an incredible actor, and he would have been such a cool Ultron. And they just kind of like Ultron's like a fantastic Avengers villain, and they just they just did him dirty. You know what I mean? They made it way worse than it needed to be.
Yeah.
So you thought Ultron got his redemption through this episode?
Exactly.
It felt more like an Age of Ultron and not like 2 weeks of Ultron.
Yeah, for sure. It was cool watching him like basically Terminator style hunt down people. Yeah.
Conquer universe after
I didn't
universe.
like. I
after
definitely.
universe.
This was my main point of contention, and Jake made me realize it makes sense in a
Coming
certain
up with
way.
logic every which way we go.
Yeah. How like when Thanos come, it's like a mirror image of what happens towards the end of Infinity War. Thanos comes to Earth, he takes the Soul Stone from Vision, but I mean the Mind Stone from Vision. But this time, Vision is Vision Ultron, and he fucking slices him instantly in half.
Yeah.
Like, what? Did you have that power?
Again.
Yeah, did you have that power? Yeah, exactly. Going back to the point, they fucking did Thanos dirty once again.
Yeah, Thanos walks through and he just goes, and Thanos splits in two.
He gets halved.
Insane for an MC. Like, I know it was animated, but that was brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That was awesome, though.
It shouldn't have happened, I say, but I guess they had to prove a point that Ultron Vision was no one to be.
Dude, Ultron Vision,
with.
was not to be fucked with. He was a monster.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
And I like that he was in the Vision body, but he had his Ultron armor over it.
Yeah.
And then almost Iron Man style, like when the mask, closes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And which is also sick. And then he had the Infinity Stones like throughout his chest. So he was like Infinity Ultron Vision, like fusion, like super Dragon Ball Kamehameha powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when he literally ate that galaxy, he was like, ah. Dude, that part was sick. I was like, oh shit. Hard Galactus vibes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jinx. Now you can't talk.
Yeah.
Galactus
it was
Jinx.
cool. And then it was cool.
Galactus Jinx.
It was super cool them collecting everybody to form an Avengers squad. Even though you guys, I knew that's what was happening.
Dude, Anthony ruined it for me, so fuck him.
Listen, go back to the motherfucking trailer. Go to Disney Plus right now, and when you go to the main screen, you're going to see a team of fucking Avengers. It spoiled it themselves.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no one saw that.
That's not, but it's there. What do you mean?
But you saying it is also still a spoiler, regardless. You don't get to like dictate what we should have observed.
That's all we ever talk about, making observations about the fucking shit we see. And like for once, I just connected something that you guys didn't see for some reason. It seemed pretty fucking innocuous. It's just in the trailer.
It's a lot of words for saying you spoiled it for us.
Listen, I don't think I spoiled.
Hey, I got a cool question for you guys.
What?
Who do you think would win in a fight? What If Avengers or MCU Avengers?
No, the fucking What If Avengers. They have that Doctor Strange. She's fucking so OP.
With that Doctor Strange, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that Doctor Strange was dope.
Dude, he's sick. I want to see that manifestation in the MCU, like movies and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the Doctor Strange we're seeing in No Way Home?
That would be sick. If it's not Mephisto, but it's actually this Doctor Strange, that'd be cool. I would like that.
Nice.
Also, apparently, Multiverse of Madness, I think it's done filming, and they haven't shown anything of Doctor Strange, and there's rumors that for certain parts of the movie, he might be that Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Which makes sense. If there's a Multiverse of Madness, there's no doubt that we're going to see someone or multiple people from the series pop up again.
Especially if our boy Sam Raimi is at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that Doctor Strange is in Sam Raimi's wheelhouse.
Did you see Venom yet, Cody?
Huh?
Did you see Venom yet?
No.
Never mind.
What?
I think we need to talk about Venom. Just the post-credit scene. It's so important.
I know. Cody, I almost wish you would see it already.
Can I watch it on YouTube?
Yes, you can. I mean, in shitty quality, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay. If you could, if it's there, why not?
It is there.
Yeah.
I looked at it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. I'm high as fuck. Did you take an edible?
I did, and then I finally got a vape, a vape pen cartridge.
Nice.
So I'm drinking a beer. So what if? What if? What did you think of the Infinity Crusher?
That was stupid, in all honesty.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So, like, you know how, like, on the Multiversal Avengers or whatever, Guardians of the Multiverse, Gamora was there,
Yeah.
right? From a different universe. I think there was supposed to be an episode in this season that was like stalled due to COVID. That will definitely be in the next season, where it's like, what if Gamora and Tony Stark, something there, like, or what if Gamora killed Thanos? That's what it seems like, because she has Thanos's fucking sword shit, double sword shit. You know what I mean? Like, if the finale felt like, okay, it was pulling together. Like, at first we thought the episodes were separate, but midway through and kind of, you could start to see something's connected, you know?
Yeah.
They weren't completely separate. And obviously every episode, the final team had someone from every episode except for Gamora, which you just got a quick flash of, you know?
Yeah.
It just, that was like it was just like, I wish we saw that episode before this.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know,
I still liked it. Still liked the last episode.
Yeah, it was cool. I just like the episode before it way better.
Yeah, I liked when fucking when Ultron sees the Watcher through the like dimension, you know?
Yeah, like he hears him narrating.
He hears someone, he's like, who is that? What is that? And then like looks right at him and like punches through, and like I thought that was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That whole fight of like going through different dimensions and universes was sick.
Oh, that was so great. It's also cool how like Thanos only really wants to like, he doesn't want to kill everyone in the universe. He just wants to.
No, Thanos compared to like Ultron literally want to wipe out every universe.
Exactly.
Thanos
every
just want to wipe
thing,
out half of life in one universe.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I feel like Kang could stop Ultron just by going back in time to like when he's conceived. Yeah. Which makes Kang a crazier threat in a way.
Yeah, I'd like to know what Kang's motives are once we see him.
Boys.
Cody Cannon.
I just watched it.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, here, now you know. Let's do a little spoilers if you're about to, we're about to talk some cool shit right now.
Dope.
If you haven't seen Venom, Let There Be Carnage, we're going to specifically talk about the post-credits scene. And if you don't want to be spoiled, go listen to another episode.
Yeah, but this is specifically post-credit scene, Venom 2. Let's do it.
All right.
So, it's the end of Venom, which is a pretty shitty movie, but we see Eddie Brock and Venom just chilling in their like apartment. Right? Or no, they're at a hotel. Then they get...
Yeah, they're on vacation.
Yeah, they get like teleported to like a different hotel. And you see on the TV is J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man 2, Far From Home. It's just after Mysterio reveals Peter Parker's identity.
So Tom Holland's on the screen in the hotel.
Tom Holland's on the screen, which now links Sony's Venom movies with the MCU. And now, it's implied that he's in his universe now. And it also looked like Venom knew him because he says something. He's like him or that guy. And like licks the screen.
Yeah, he's like really into him. And even before that, all like that, before they're mysteriously transferred to a different universe, Venom's talking to Eddie, and he's like, "Oh, I've lived for billions of years across billions of universes."
Yeah,
so
I've seen everything.
It raises a lot of questions. Like, is Venom from a different universe where he's encountered a Peter Parker before? Has he encountered Tom Holland before somehow? Like, did he have a whole adventure where he was on a Peter Parker, which is why he's kind of quirky and has a different sort of attitude than 90s Venom? Like there's. How did he get transferred? Is this fucking Doctor Strange's multiverse, or is this going to connect to No Way Home instantly?
So many questions.
What if, Cody?
What if? It was cool, I guess. It was, I don't know. I haven't watched either of the Venom movies, so
you're not really missing a lot.
Yeah. Did they do Carnage dirty in the movie?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't like it.
Hey, but the big question is, at the end of the day, how many Joe Pesci's are we giving What If?
Are you guys ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Hey, let's hear it.
I'm giving What If a 3.8.
Ooh, good answer, honestly. I'm not going to give it a high one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, just A lot of misses, too many misses to. It was good. I like that it exists. I like that there's cool shit, but it also didn't have to ever be a thing, and I would have been fine.
Because to me, there are like at least 3 episodes that suck out of what, 9, I think?
Yeah, that's a big amount.
It's a big amount. And I think there might be more than 3. And then, yeah, I would give it like a 3.2 or 3.4 at the highest, maybe. But yeah. I'm not, yeah.
See, I think I'm going to.
This is the Joe Pesci scale. Remember that. This is not normal numerics.
Yeah, this is out of 6.
Yeah.
Out of 6
Joe Pesci, which is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with probably like, I feel comfortable giving it 3, or actually even 4. 4 Joe Pesci.
I respect a 4. I could get to a 4.
I watched it all at once, which was not bad because they were easy to breeze through. So like even the worst ones, like it progressively got better, and watching that happen in one sitting made it kind of tolerable. And also I watched it with my son, who he's a little hype man for Marvel. He was like, fuck yeah, this rules.
That's nice.
My son didn't say fuck, but
the thought fuck yeah, Dad.
The thought was there.
But no, that's a good point. Like when it first came out, right? I watched the first episode, and I wasn't even in a rush to watch the first episode. It didn't have that same kind of sense of urgency that Loki had, or any of the Disney Plus WandaVision. You know, it didn't feel like I had to watch it right away. And because like the first episode wasn't great, like it took me a while to finally watch like the first 4 or 5 episodes. Like I fell way behind, and that's just not a good sign for your show. Like some shows, it's like, oh shit, I need some time to watch this. This was more like, I could wait till the whole season's out or whatever. Like I don't need to see it right away. When so many shows and so many movies are competing for your attention, you know, What If wasn't doing a good job. Some episodes, yes, but like only, I think for me, it was the Doctor Strange episode and the What If Ultron one were the only ones that I needed to see as an MCU fan.
Huh. That's fair. I would say those ones and the
finale.
The fuck. No, I just completely brain farted.
I didn't really like the finale just for the reason that like I thought the one before that was so cool. It was like, how the fuck do you beat him? And the way they beat him was just like, well, Doctor Strange is just going to protect you the whole time, and then you're just going to fight him like you normally do, and then use the Infinity Crusher, which just came out of nowhere.
That was stupid. That was a stupid like thing. The Infinity Crusher. I thought like nothing can destroy an Infinity. Like what? You know?
Yeah. And also I thought the Infinity Stones only worked in their own universe according to Loki, but I guess that's just like the TVA rule or something.
Yeah.
That's like they don't work in the TVA. I don't know. Because Ultron used those shits in every universe he went to.
Yeah.
Dude, that's Ultron. He wasn't in the TVA part of it though.
That's what I mean. Yeah, maybe that's the rule, but I don't know. I don't know. Like there was just, it was cool, but like then it starts to add too many wrinkles. If it counts in the MCU, then now I'm gonna be able to have like these stupid like comic book, criticisms. Like, well, like what's the logic behind this now? It's just like I don't care.
Well,
just
you shouldn't think like that. That's
yeah. Like it just bothers me that he split Thanos in half. I can't get over that. I know.
Really, that
it's
doesn't bother me at all. That was. I thought that was cool.
It looked cool, but
it was
it's just
cool
like,
to see. But KO even was upset. He was like, "Why did you make Thanos so weak?" I was like, "Dude,
I don't know. It sounds like a lot of toxic masculinity.
The wrong guy, because Cody Feige wouldn't do that."
I just feel like that's a big point of criticism too. Like Thanos. Like, that's what you do to Thanos? Like, Loki, you didn't have to shit on Loki, and he was one of the first villains in the MCU, Yeah. You gotta, like, Thanos just was just like, I don't know. Like you said, Doctor Strange saw millions of universes, but he somehow skipped every universe where Thanos is easily beaten.
Yeah, exactly.
You just gotta use the Mind Stone. Just go, zip, he's done.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I'm just saying I wish Ultron beat him in any other way. That's all. It would have saved me this 5 minutes of being annoyed.
I think I liked it. He used his stones in the most simple way possible when in no movies everyone comes up with these intricate, like, I'm going to warp this reality, while also like, and he's just straight like, fuck this, I'm going to saw you in half type shit.
Yeah, but I mean, he only had the Mind Stone.
He chose the easier path in getting to this whole intricate battle.
I guess to that point when he fights the Watcher, like in the multiverse space or whatever.
No, he had the Mind Stone and whatever one was in the whatchamacallit too.
He had all the stones.
Tesseract.
The space
at first.
Yeah, the Space Stone. I don't know which one that is, but either way, like I thought that like whatever. Fuck, what was I just gonna say? What were we just talking about?
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Infinity Ultron sawing people in half with the Mind Stone.
I forgot. So it wasn't important, I guess.
Well, I think that about wraps it up, gentlemen.
Yep.
Yes. Another one in the book.
Nice.
Bugs.
Oh yeah, what about we kept seeing like these tentacles. Like we saw it in the first episode. They were like coming through.
Yeah.
Like Red Skull thought he was like resurrecting this. I thought it was Shumagorath at first, but we saw that Doctor Strange got these weird tentacles. Maybe he's possessed by it.
Yeah.
I feel like Shumagorath is the villain in Multiverse of Madness, but who knows at this point.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I can't even predict that far ahead.
I really don't know anything about Shumagorath other than him from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much same.
Me too, honestly.
Just a tentacle monster.
That being said, I would love to see him in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, him in a dude, that's what I'm saying. Sam Raimi, man, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that movie.
Yeah. It's probably my most anticipated MCU movie coming out in the near future.
Nice. So you don't care about Eternals? You just hate everybody who's different than a white cis male?
Yes.
Oh wait, time out. Speaking of white cis males, Will Poulter got casted as Adam Warlock.
Yeah, cool. Adam Warlock's awesome.
No, I think Eternals looks cool, but I'm just not like super hype.
I'm pretty hyped for it, honestly, because I think it looks really. It's going to introduce a shit ton of new Marvel characters in one fell swoop, without giving each one their individual movie. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, you guys, to another episode. And, like and subscribe.
Give us a rating on iTunes if you're listening there. Just give us a 5-star rating because we're 5-star men. And watch us on TikTok. Follow us there. We got some cool TikToks. Subscribe to us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you don't do all of that and you're listening to us, then you're gonna make Cody cry, and we don't want that to happen.
I will cry.
See?
I'm just letting you guys know.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.